Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm so glad you're here this morning. Got a great show lined up. But first, let's get our weather by Haney Technical. Well, actually, they didn't do the weather, but they bring us the weather. Okay, God does the weather, but we just show it to you. It's going to be warm again today. It's going to be 90 degrees, and it's going to be a low of 71. So it's going to be really warm today. Water temperature, is going up the last couple of days. Actually, it's 78 yesterday. It's at 77 this morning. So it's looking good on that end. They're calling for a 60% chance of rain today, and we'll just wait and see. But be careful if you're out there and get any lightning and all. We always talk about that. So we've been fortunate. Hadn't had any accidents in a long time. So just be aware of that. Always keep it in the back of your mind. Let's take a look at our river readings. Okay, the Apalachicola at Bluntstown is reading a 7.5 this morning, and it's going to be level all weekend. A lot of y'all planning on fishing the river this weekend, and it should be in really good shape at 7.5. Choctawhatchee at Caryville, it's reading this morning at a 4.4, and it's going to stay that way for the weekend. So both rivers you're not going to have a lot of tidal, up and down movement from the rain and all, and the dam gates opening. So it's going to be pretty level. You won't be falling out or rising up on you really, really fast. A tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. You're looking at today is May 14th, and we're looking at really neat tides. We've talked about this before. You see it there on your screen. There's not much tidal flow today. But look at Saturday now. We're going to have a really good incoming tide Saturday. And look how fast it's going to be falling out on Saturday. It's going to really be a fast drop on Saturday afternoon. So it's going to be high right there in the middle of the day. So Saturday is going to be ideal fishing on freshwater and a saltwater scene. Okay. Now the marine forecast will be south-southeast today at about 10 to 15. All right. That takes care of our weather. We're going to take a break and come back with our special guest. All right, welcome back, and welcome to our special guest this morning from Divers Den, Ryan Robinson. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, sir.
And a familiar face.
Good morning.
Clay Galbraith. He's got a little growth here, but y'all do remember Clay. Glad to have y'all. What's been going on in the diving world?
Man, a lot of stuff. We've been having a blast out there.
So,
last few days we've had really, really calm seas and good visibility.
So visibility has cleared up really good and all?
Yeah, it's not been bad. We've been having a solid 40 foot, depending on which way we go, but it's been real pretty out west too.
Oh, good. How far down, what depth have you been going?
Anywhere from 60 to 100 feet. So, and we've been having at that range. I haven't seen much lower than 20 feet after of visibility after we had all the rain, and I've seen as much as 60 foot of visibility.
Wow. Wow.
So.
Well, we got one thing we're going to talk about diving in general too, but one of the big things is this weekend statewide we're having this lionfish awareness day, lionfish removal day, and we've talked about this before. Clay, you've seen the development of these lionfish.
It's just crazy how fast they're taking over. I mean, it's 4 years ago there were hardly any, and now you can't go anywhere without seeing them now.
It's amazing. Here's a poster here. The state has recognized that, but here locally we're doing a lot about it. It's our Lion Tamer Dive Tournament. Family Fun Day is going to be Saturday, May 16th. Diving at 5 a.m. and you see the awards, the most lionfish, the largest, smallest. The smallest now, Clay, you can qualify for that.
And I can get that one.
And then the fun day is going to be the kids fishing clinic, the diving exhibit, the history of fishing in Bay County, all kind of stuff. I've been to this the last couple of years, and it's just really nice. It's brought to us by, it's going to be at Captain Anderson's parking lot.
Yeah,
same
that's
place
right. Same place as been.
And Divers Den and over that Grand Lagoon. So tell us what else we're going to be doing out there. Some of the things y'all will be doing. I know the weigh-in last year was exciting because you brought in some nice fish.
And we're going to do that same lottery-style weigh-in, so that everybody has to draw numbers and weigh in order all at one time, so it should be exciting to watch again.
So what time will the weigh-in be in case somebody just wants to come do the weigh-in? I believe it's 4 or 5 o'clock?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Yeah, divers have got to be on deck by 4 o'clock.
Okay.
So that's what we'll be looking for. But as far as the day goes, they're going to have a lot of stuff. They've got the kids fishing clinic. They'll have the fighting chair there too.
Yes.
So I think Mitch over there is going to put together that with his reels, and so they did a lot of fun stuff like that for the kids too.
There'll be they'll be doing the demonstrating how to clean and handle the lionfish. They'll be cooking the lionfish.
They're all going to be cooking it again. And I was last year. I was one of the biggest lineup where people get in line to eat the lionfish.
To eat it, yeah.
yeah. We took in quite a few this last week to try to prepare for that. So hopefully we got enough for everybody to get a little piece of that.
Yeah. Scott and Lindsay will be out there just trying to get them a free meal.
Well, there's a lot of people show up for that, and it's a good meal too.
It is good.
Yeah.
What do y'all think? You know, we talked about this before. It's here, no matter where it came from. We do have them, but where do y'all think it came from originally? I mean, when it come, you know, it's been down south a long time, but it came here to the Panhandle.
Yeah, the Indo-Pacific area is what they're saying. So South Pacific. That's where it's actually native to. So it's not native to our waters. And like he was saying, 4 years ago when we started this, I think there was 9 lionfish that came in on this tournament. Yeah. And the next year it jumped to, 141?
Yeah.
In that range. And then the third year, which was last year, jumped over 400 that we brought in. And now we're seeing, we'll go out on a normal dive and see 20, 30 lionfish.
Yeah,
so,
on a normal dive.
Yeah, just on a regular day. So.
Yeah. Well, I talk about this. This is a great picture. I mean, this display right here. I know tell us about this.
Yeah, this is Captain Logan actually came into Divers Den the other day and gave me this. So I thought it was a nice display to bring in to show. So I use it to show people in the dive shop the venomous spines that they have.
Okay, now these are venomous up in here?
Yes, so there's some that are and some that aren't. So
well, how do you know? How do you know which one?
Well, it depends on how your hand swells up when you stick one. So what we like to do is use clay, and we'll get him to poke every one, and then we figure out which one makes his hand swell up. But there are a few that are on there. So. That's why we use this thing right here.
But you know, get back, they're beautiful fish. They really are. Just looking at them, they're really pretty and all. But they can be a little nasty at times if you grab them wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ones on the side, they're harmless. These they have no venom in them. The top ones, and then this one he's cut off because of the way he's mounted. But they have a roll on the bottom too that has some.
Yeah.
But most people get stuck by the ones on the top. These are the worst ones right here.
Yeah.
The big pretty ones are harmless.
Okay.
That's right. This is a flushing material too, and they do have them on the bottom as well. What this one's not showing. So.
And they're all over. Okay, what we're going to do is take a break. We're going to come back and we'll show you how you can safely handle these, and how you can also. We have this gadget right here, a zookeeper, and we're going to show you that to you. But also have some local pictures of folks that send in some nice fish that some of our Panhandle viewers have caught. So let's take this break, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Sitting here with Brian Robinson and Clay Galbraith from Divers Den. I'm setting up some pictures here because you viewers have seen some really nice pictures. Let's jump on these pictures first, and we'll come back to our diving. Let's take a look at this one. I love to see these kids, and that's a nice redfish, isn't it, fellas?
Yeah, it is.
Real nice.
That's a nice redfish. This is little Miss Lindsay Elliott. Michael Elliott sent it. They called it over there Crooked Island Sound. That's a great picture, and that'd be one hanging up on the wall, I'm sure. Good job there, Lindsay Elliott. Let's go to our buddy over, Victor Hathcote, over at the Choctawhatchee Bay. He's been really good about keeping us informed on what's going on in Choctawhatchee Bay. That's a good job, Victor. I know you had a good time catching that redfish out of Choctawhatchee Bay. Okay, now this is Nick Borthwick sent this a couple of pictures here. This is Clawton in with a bluegill. Is hanging to see the right of the sort of in the shadow. You can't see it. That's a big bluegill right there, and he looks happy. Now, little brother Coleman caught a nice bass here. So that's those two little brothers had a good time right there. They look like they're fishing in a pond. That's some good fishing though. All right, now let's see. Let me see. I got a couple of more. Hold on. These are lionfish. We're going to get back to yogis, but I do have one stolen. Let's see. I got a little stolen boat here, right here. I'm going to show this one, Jeff, right here. We got an email. Now this is fascinating to me because we've had this picture on this. Hey, I'm going to read the email to you. Hey, Coach, I found my stolen boat Saturday in Callaway. It has been stripped of everything: the 75 horsepower Yamaha engine, T-top, batteries, wiring, radios, everything I would like. Everything. It's just stripped of everything. I would like to ask for help to recover as many items as possible. If anyone has been asked if they would like to buy any of these items, or if your neighbor has acquired a new or used T-top or Yamaha engine, please call me. Thank you, Mike Hutton. Mike's number is 866-3443. If you've been offered a T-top or something like that for $20 or something, you know something's up. So let us know. But I'm glad you found the boat, but I hope you find the rest of it there too. So let's try to help them out. If you don't have that number, just call me and I'll be glad to get it to you. Now we do have some pictures of last year. We got some pictures here of the lionfish. The tournament. Okay, here's.
I think that's the biggest and the smallest. See the smallest one over to the right corner?
Yeah. So they got
that was Clay's.
That was Clay's. Okay.
The big one's mine that I shot. Yeah.
And got a bunch of them right here. That's just a tub full of them right there. Okay. And then we awarded. That's Tommy Hallman on the right. He won it for the biggest one, right?
I think he won biggest and little. I think both those were his.
Yeah, I believe he did. Okay. And here was a part of the board last year. You see, most was Carol Cox. She got 129, and Tommy did win biggest and the smallest last year. So there's some good stuff there. Okay, so anybody can enter this, right? I mean, you got all kind of divers coming out there doing it. Right?
Absolutely, and it's a great cause. So Divers Den is going to donate all the proceeds to the Bay County Artificial Reef Association.
Very good.
So it's only $20 to enter the tournament, and we've had some great things like FWC donating T-shirts and Guy Harvey, things like that. So we'll have some giveaways. So it'll be a great deal. So a great time for $20.
Good deal. Well, now, show us if somebody's completely rookie at this, show us how they can catch them with this zookeeper here. What's the...
Yeah, this thing right here it's basically PVC. So this is what we sell mainly in the shop. We have a couple of versions of this. And this is one of the poke poles that we have. So this is a little trident spear that we've got on there. And basically, you stick the lionfish.
Stick the fish.
And then in here, it's kind of got a funnel. So what we do is we stick it right in there, and the funnel grabs that fish. So we don't have to touch the spines. So and then in the end, we'll load this baby up, and all we do is unhook the bottom or unscrew the bottom, and it goes right into the cooler and dumps them right in there.
Now you don't even have to handle them.
Don't have to handle them. So, and then we take them to Clay's house so he flays them for us. And then we get to have all the good stuff to eat, man.
That's a great little invention.
Yeah, it is.
Great little invention. Do y'all have these at the store?
Yes, sir. We sure do. Just got another shipment of them in yesterday. They've been flying out of the store.
They're popular, aren't they?
Yes, sir.
Now, are there any other things that they can bring in? Is it in a grouper? I mean, any other diving, any other categories? We're just doing all lionfish.
No, there is. There's red grouper, amberjack, and
AJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
AJ, yeah.
So, what? I remember last year they brought in a couple of nice grouper, if I remember.
Yeah.
And
there's been some big AJ brought in at times too.
Yes.
Some really big ones.
I know, and it's fun just going out there, like offering. You see, all those things gonna be lined up out there, and all those that fighting chair.
Yeah.
If you've never been on that, now I'm serious. If you've never been on that, it's a lot of fun, especially for young people.
Yeah, they had a blast with that. They were talking about that during our meetings. The kids definitely had a lot of fun with that.
What's made it exciting with the lionfish is that anybody, once you learn how to dive, it doesn't take a whole lot of skill to get the lionfish. They just kind of sit there and wait for you to stick them.
How shallow? I've heard people have even seen them at the jetties.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we've seen them.
Y'all seen them at the jetties?
We have.
Now you can't spear them anything down at the jetties. That's not legal and all. But I guess you could.
You can catch them with a net. You can catch them.
You can.
Yeah, we've got a few with a net and done that and actually brought them in live. So, but they're getting into the bays, so we've been encouraging divers to even go into the bays to take these things down. So the problem that we're having, and for people that don't know, is that they're going to eat anything they can get in their mouth, and that's why we're considering them an invasive species. And they're taking down like juvenile snapper, red snapper, like gag grouper, things that we want to grow up and that we have regulated now. So that's how they're affecting the population.
One of our viewers early part of the week had sent some lionfish pictures and just talking about what they eat and all. And this is he just saw a bunch of them and all on the screen up there. That's what it was in one lionfish's stomach. Mm-hmm. And I guess y'all seen the same thing too, haven't you?
Yes.
Doing the same thing. So and this is over around Pensacola. And they're catching them by the bucketfuls over there too. So that tells you what is a huge problem.
Yeah, and they came to Pensacola first. They kind of traveled with a current, so they got them about 1.5, 2 years before we did.
Before we did. See, that's fascinating because everybody thinks it just comes up in a wave up the coast. But
they went all the way around the other way.
And it's the same. Now, I bet one day some marine biologists are going to tie in this theory because a lot of times they'll catch that first cobia over there in the bar.
Yeah.
You know, and it's the same thing with the pompano. Sometimes those first pompano are caught there. So I think that big wave comes in and sort of has little curls of it, and that's when they come in. I bet the same thing happens with lionfish.
These things are dispersed by currents too. They lay their eggs drift in the current. When the eggs hatch, they kind of fall down, and they say wherever they fall down, they kind of stay there. But there's just so many of them.
And so you say we're finding something in the bay system now?
We are.
No kidding.
We sure are.
It's going to be fascinating now. We start watching St. Joe Bay because so many of our viewers go down there scalloping and all. And it's probably only be a matter of time for the scallopers and all may start seeing them if they're going deep enough.
I would think so.
Really?
Yeah.
That's going to be, and then some little kid, they're going to start getting stuck and all.
Yeah.
They're kind of hard to stick accidentally.
Yeah.
I mean, because they'll move away from you.
Yeah.
So you're not really going to get stuck by them unless you're actually handling them. Most people get stuck either getting them on and off their pole or once they're on the stringer or in the cooler.
It's going to be interesting to watch that development, though.
It is.
Because I may start trying to catch them too if I catch a scallop and a lionfish.
Well, there's no bag limit, no season.
That's not a bad idea.
It's become popular because you can fish for them all year round.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And they're delicious to eat. So we're getting guys. We've got guys even in our shop that weren't spear fishermen up until this deal with lionfish, and now we've got even old Mac up there. He's never was a spear fisherman. Now he's all about shooting lionfish. He got him a little zookeeper, and he's having a blast.
And I'm just fascinated when you said coming into the bay system because that opens up a whole new venue of people being seeing them.
Sure.
And seriously now, that's going to be interesting to follow because you're going to get a lot of people, scalloping and hanging around. A lot of people could just go to Shell Island and just swim around the water and all. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, they're like most of the reef fish. They like a structure of some kind to get on, but they're scattered about everywhere.
That's going to be interesting. Let's take our final break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to our final segment of Panhandle Outdoors. Our guests today are Divers Den folks, Clay and the thing about it, I've tried to get your wife come on several times, and I finally had to call her chicken. Brian, can you get her to come on maybe one time? Because Clay can't get her to come on.
I think at this time she's probably still sleeping.
I don't think she has a pulse.
Let's take a look at fishing game time for today, okay? Brought to us by Mark Howard of Edgewater Beach Realty. Mark's phone number is 832-6000. Our activity time today, we're looking at 9:35 to 11:35 this morning, and this evening from 10:02 to 12:02. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and read this morning while I'm having my cereal and drinking my coffee, before the show, I'm sort of going over everything, and I received this message from one of my former students. I'm going to sort of read it, and I'm going to sort of ask my audience who we're going to recommend. And say, hey, Coach Chester, this is from a young lady, Grace Underhill. She's a student at Vanderbilt University. Wonderful young lady. Hey, Coach Chester, I hope all is going well. Will Humphreys, a few friends, and I are looking to get open water scuba certified.
All right.
Okay. We wanted to reach out to you to see if you had any recommendations for dive schools.
So we know somebody.
So we're thinking about Divers Den, okay? But she went on to say, she went on to say, what kind of instructors? Want to know what kind of instructors y'all have and all. She said, I really miss outdoor ed and all your stories. I hope this has been a wonderful school year for you, Grace Underhill. So I'm going to text her back that we're going to recommend Divers Den because I know you folks. I know y'all going to do a good job. So when do y'all do y'all's lessons?
Our main classes are Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so it's a 3-day course.
Good.
But we can go around anybody's schedule. So if somebody's got a schedule where they work weekends and they need to do a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we can do that as well.
Oh, that's
and
great.
We've been blessed to have a good group of instructors. I'm one of them that's there, and we've got several others that are very good at what they do.
Okay.
So we do a lot of e-learning now, so all the academics can be done online. You can even do your academics on that iPad like you got there.
That's amazing.
So, yeah. So then we get you in the classroom, and they go over a review, and you get right into the pool on Friday. And before you know it, Sunday afternoon, you're diving out in the Gulf of Mexico.
Clay, we're going to do that one day.
Whenever you're ready. Whenever you
we
can
talk
find
about
time.
it all the time. Want to get a little bit of extra time, so we're going to do that. So, okay, you're telling about these little creatures. I call them little creatures and all, but you were saying this table is out there in the water. Where would they be?
They'll be around it, but they tend to get up under stuff. They'll get up under it and be inverted up next to it. Their little fins all come out, and they look like parts of the reef.
And they ambush.
They sit right there and ambush the little fish when they come by.
And that's wow.
And they're just devastating all the bait fish. The little fish, they just clean the reefs off.
Wow. And the thing about it, a lot of times you're not going to see them unless you just.
No, they're hid pretty well.
There they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're camouflage and all.
Now, when in the water, you learn how to see them because the white you see in them, the white is very distinctive. So once it's like seeing flounder. Once you figure out what you're looking for, and you can find them pretty easily by that little white, the white fins shining.
Okay, quick report on flounder. Are they coming back in? Y'all see many flounder now?
Hadn't seen a lot quite yet. So I've seen a couple here or there, but haven't got a lot of reports of our divers seeing a ton of them yet. But
okay. All right. In closing out now, we want to tell folks again. What time does it start Saturday? Just see when
the main event is from 11 to 6, but diving will start at 5 a.m.
Yeah, the diver's going to be on out there now. If you're diving, get on out there. But if you want to just come, and a lot of our viewers like just come by and just check those things out. You actually see those lionfish and all. And,
yeah. My family will be there. I've got 2 little girls that can't dive yet, but they're going to be up there enjoying the time. So
I'm going to try to get out there. My mom's been pretty sick, and it's sort of hard for me to get away. But I'm certainly going to try to run out if I can. So I can't make any promises, but it's just an exciting time. I want to commend y'all for doing it. They're doing it statewide. They're like 8 or 9 places here from Pensacola to all the way down to the other side of Carabel.
That's right.
So everybody's trying to get rid of this lionfish. So good luck on it, and I appreciate y'all coming on. So the most exciting thing is going to be some free food, though, right? And Clay, you're going to see Clay over there in line for that.
Yeah, absolutely. You will see me in line for the free food.
Are you the weighmaster again? Or?
No, I'm actually fishing this year.
Oh, who's the weighmaster?
Brian's in charge this year.
Oh, okay. Good for you. All right, thank you, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us.
I'll try to see y'all Saturday.
All right. Looking forward to it.
Thank y'all for watching Panhandle Outdoors now. Appreciate your viewership. Do something good for your fellow man, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.